Oh, does that mean we have to start something? Hello, we are here, starting the podcast. No one's listening. Who the fuck cares? Everyone just went silent.
Great intro.
Thank you. We're here with the San Jose Sharks today, and me, and Soul, if he'll talk and not be a little bitch today.
That's a big if.
Yeah, I know. We got TK and Jason here. TK,
Hey.
you want to introduce your team?
With us today from the Shocks, we have me, we have Jason L, we have White Knucklerz and Mike Marana. Mike, say hi.
Hey, how you doing? Long time listener, first time caller.
First time caller.
And then we got the immortal Deuce in the Dirt, Ryan Blau. How are you, bud?
Immortal's a question mark. Hello, how's it going?
Rip. This is a mess.
So Jason, how has your week been going?
Stressful.
Jason, have you hit up the dating apps since the coronavirus happened? Because it's fucking lighting up.
I've heard it's lighting up, but I actually haven't. I've been too busy to even consider that.
You gotta capitalize on misfortune right now. They're all alone at home, waiting for you to come and teach them how to play goalie.
Jason just said he's too busy to quarantine to hit girls.
Right? We can't go to work. We can't do anything. You're in a place that's under panic. Like, what
Oh
are you
no,
too
we're
busy?
still going to work. I don't have the option to stay at home.
Yeah, but
A lot of business coming in.
do you take a poop? Can you swipe right? Like, how hard is it?
I mean, usually it's set times. I mean, I can take a poop, obviously, but it's been really slow since this whole thing started. You know, I mean, I ride the buses, so I mean, heck, you cough or sneeze, people look at you weird.
I feel like I'm gonna get captured with a net every time I take a dab in public and just start coughing. They're just gonna be like, "That's you. You're coming with us," and I'm never gonna see my family.
I feel like it's gonna be like, anybody ever watch Monsters Inc? You know, I think it's like what they call 2319.
White Sock.
And yeah, the white sock, exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I feel like it's gonna be like that if I sneeze or cough.
If you've never watched Monsters Inc., are you even human?
Probably not.
I've watched it, but I don't remember things like white socks in there. I'll be honest.
I'm surprised I remember the code is 2319.
I have not seen it in years. I don't remember that reference, but I'm sure a lot of our listeners do.
I just watched
Some
the new
get it.
Charlie Angels on the plane, and it was horrible. Don't watch it. Save your time. Movie review done.
It's a
Okay.
remake. What do you expect? Anyway,
So bad.
For today, we'll be discussing All-Star rosters created by Soulplane. And then Jason, in typical Jason fashion, is going to go over his PRs.
woo woo.
go
Okay,
ahead,
so
Jason.
the Soul Plane Helen Keller power rankings. Let's go. So, you want to defend yourself yet, or am I gonna keep going? Okay, I guess I'll keep going. Okay,
Silence
I
means
guess
go
I'll
for
keep
it.
going.
Yo, should I just...
Uh,
How am I cuddle with my stepson?
once he gets his tampon out of his ass, he'll join the fucking podcast. I'm sorry, bad words.
oh
So
my god.
I'm gonna pull up the list now.
I'm looking at the power ranking image that Soul created. Do you have it, Knucklerz and Blau?
I do not have the power rankings image. I only received the first and second.
Here,
East and
I
West
will more than
teams.
happily send it to you so you guys can also have it.
How
There
would
you
you
go.
guys feel about it? It looks like the West team is Shark, Colorado, Colorado. Like, how would you feel about having some Colorado players on your line in the All-Star game? Would it get hostile? Feel like you would piss in their water bottles?
Would it get hostile if we had axe players on our lineup? Is that
Let's-
the question?
It says that Fresher Than 23 is on there, and Crides 93.
Carrot, yeah.
Carrot, I can't read. I apologize.
I have played against Fresher, and I've also played with him. He's a fantastic player. I know him. I think we do all together. And then obviously I have Jake and Ryan Blau on the DN, and we have a lot of chem work in the middle and then work in the Ds. So I think they'll fit right in. I do not notice Kared 93, but he's 22-1 on the season. 67 goals and 75 assists. So
And he's a plus 89. That's pretty impressive.
he can obviously play well, and so I think they'll fit right in. There's gonna be no hostility.
Yeah, we're not at the Scrub Hunter stage yet. We'll get to that later. Because some people on the list, maybe Jordan, play against Buffalo and score 20 points, but we'll get there later.
Soul, make post, hangs around. Make the post, hangs around.
And to mention on that lineup, we do have Doc Marsh, now
Oh, yeah.
Doc_P as our goalie, who is 23-0 for us in the season.
He's our baby right now.
He's been absolutely fantastic, and we have really good defense. I'm going to be playing center, clamping down, and so I think it's going to be a good, tight game if we actually do this All-Star game. And like I said, I think these wingers are going to fit in with us pretty well.
Now, just a question, Mike. Would you like, for the format, would you like to see West first versus East first, or would you like to see West 1, East 2, or would you just like to go like conference against conference and then the better teams play in the finals?
See, that's interesting because I was looking at the East lineups, and I do believe, and there was a lot of chatter that the East 2 would beat the East 1. And just for that reason, I would like to see West 1 play West 2 and East 1 play East 2. And then go from there. Winners play winners and losers play losers. I think that would be pretty good content, especially on the East side.
For sure. It definitely show, like, obviously you're going to have teammates against teammates with, you got quite a few of the Red Wings on East 2, and then you got Batherson, Galloway on the main team.
I have one question about this. Looking at the updated standings, I know these were made maybe yesterday, and people didn't do stats, but it shows that Chicago is second in the standings and in the West, and they don't have any players on there. Jordan,
Yes.
you have anything to say?
They do have players on the All-Star roster, actually.
On the second line, though.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to question that. You're gonna say that Rogo deserves to be on the first team over Knucklerz?
I wouldn't say that. I would just say, where's the diversity? There's other teams where Vancouver didn't have an All-Star. LA
Yes, they
had
do.
a couple of defensive guys. Yeah.
But just looking at the rosters now, you look at the West 2 against the West 1. Then you look at the left wing option. It's Fresher or Kesley Snipes. That's a tough conversation to have. Who gets the first team? Who gets the
It
second?
very is. I think, Soul, can you vouch for yourself as to why you did that?
It was based on position. Knucklerz was the top seed.
We're talking wings?
I know, but I couldn't go any other than Rogo on the second. And left
I don't
wing and
think
right
anybody's
wing wise,
disputing that, though.
Yeah, nobody's gonna
injuries on
dispute
the
that.
wings because, like, if you look at the guy from New Jersey, he's like second in the league in scoring, or third in the league in scoring, and you have to have him on the second.
You can't ignore that.
So why did you put Datsy first team then and Preludes second? Because Preludes has more points than Datsy.
Datsy has more. He plays every game, and his team's first in the East. So
Jordan, I'm willing to put a wager that 2 East would beat 1 East. With two Tampa players on there, actually.
I think that's a good conversation because they're both decent teams.
Just looking at goalie records for the East, we got Savage from the
What I think
Jackets.
what fucked that thing up is the goaltending in the East is pretty. Like the goaltending in general this season, like no one has an 800 save percentage.
Well, I think we
Well, Doc does.
But
I mean, if you're talking East, then no, nobody does.
Hold on.
Yeah, but like anyone and their mom could have a save percentage on the Sharks.
so since you released, do you want to go through the lineups for people who did not see the post on the Facebook page?
What do you want to do?
Just read them off.
Just read them off and
Yeah,
say
go ahead.
who's the first team and who's the second
Well, I
team.
wanted your guys' reactions on it all. That's why everybody wants to hear it. You guys
I
go
think
through
it's
it all
pretty
and
fair.
how you
I
guys-
said it earlier. I think the format should be West 1 against West 2, East 1 against East 2, and then winners play winners. Go from
I
there.
have
That's my opinion.
I have one question for everybody that's sitting here. So
you guys.
the one of the big what's the word I'm looking for? One of the big hot conversations, I guess you could say, is GC and his notorious ability to scrub hunt all season. Do you think he deserves to be first team because of that?
I have one thing to say real quick before we get started about him. How's he only plus 129 when he has over like 190 points?
He has 202.
Doesn't look too good. Does he have? He has 202 points, and he's only 100 plus 129. Is he out there for a lot of goals against these bad teams? I don't know.
So he has 207 points, and he's plus 130. And he's had games where he's had 14, 18.
Hey, Knucklerz, they can't hear you at all. I just got a message from Arlie.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Did you turn it on for party and broadcast, Knucklerz?
I did.
Shit, what the hell? Maybe it's because you're so quiet.
Microphone, audio, and broadcast. Share party audio.
Okay. Maybe it's just technical difficulties. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, maybe it's getting.
Give me a little update. Can you hear me now?
Somebody comment if you can hear him. Awkward.
Guess there's Yeah, I don't know. That whole East 1, East 2 matchup is pretty interesting.
Harbeck overrated. Well, Harbeck will just tell you he's LG NHL every time you talk to him.
I honestly, I'm looking at East 1, Datsy, GC, Batherson. I don't really know who Batherson is, but I know that's Jared's right-hand man. Datsy, of course, everybody knows Datsy. I know Datsy. I love Datsy. Actually, when I met Dats, I met him in the WHL shout box. He just chirped me one day, and then we became buddies after. But, Chappie,
Usually how it happens.
He is a very, very underrated defenseman. In my, opinion, Chap's, very good. So I think he obviously deserves first, but...
Couldn't find a better other D-man, though. Perry's on there from Tampa. He did play 2 on forward, but he is one of our better defensemen. Like someone said before, I had a 5-save win, and I had to play net against LA this week. We won 5-2, and I only had to make 5 saves. So goalies don't really matter if you put the right forwards out, kind of thing.
You can...
No, it's not a humble brag. I'm just saying, I could sit there. If I stopped one shot, we would win. I don't have to do much. It's not blaming it on good defense, and I'm not going to say I'm a great goalie, because I loaded into the game and did stats after.
Wow, I can respect that.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Maybe it's just Arlie. Maybe it's just Arlie on his Tim Hortons internet because he's on fucking lockdown.
Knucklerz, you were saying something about GC and his high point games. I'm looking through his
Did Mike not share his voice?
It's on.
Yeah, I shared it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
There was conversation in the new FBHL shout box about you have to look into other leagues and how people perform in those settings, and Piper actually brought that up, which I happen to agree with. And then you look at the stats that he had this season. He had 14 points, 18 points, 10 points, 17, 11, 10, 10. Those obviously aren't fantastic opponents you're facing, and then everything is just elevated and overstated on his point total.
I'm looking at let's see, he's got Columbus, he's got LA on here.
Yeah, but what did he do against them?
Oh yeah, LA 5 points, Columbus 6. I'm just trying to look at teams that I know that are good that he's played and beat.
Tampa lost to the Islanders this week. We play everyone's top line when we play, and we need to have we play. I'm oh great, Islanders. They're in the bottom of the standings and 900 CRs everywhere. I don't know where these guys came from. Why do they only have 4 wins?
One game I will, I guess, vouch for GC on is their Dallas game against Old Dallas. Dallas threw out Bardown Brando, General Rico, X Martel, Sins, Crusades, Sens Hockey, and Troy Jolly, and they actually beat them 8-3. So that's actually a good win. But I don't know. I think he scrub hunts a lot. Like LA, I'm looking. He's lost to LA. He's lost to
Basically, what you're saying is
Chicago.
his
I
stats
just have to
are
say-
inflated.
Being fair, you have to.
I just have to say that maybe we could give Arlie the coaching role of the West All-Star because he's probably watched more games than played this year, and he's got to get an award. Is that not doable? Can he just sit there and watch and pretend and tell everyone they did a good job and hand them waters after?
I mean, honestly, might as well give him a participation trophy.
Wonderful.
Here's your cookie.
I don't know, Knucklerz. Like, what do you think of the rosters? Do you think there's anybody snubbed for All Stars? You too, Deuce.
Snubs? I mean, someone's always gonna say they got snubbed out of an all-star thing.
Do you feel like anybody has? Like in the West, especially?
Knuckzy.
I can see that.
Knuckzy was gonna get it over
Rogo?
Esley, but position-wise, I couldn't do it.
What about Grinder? I mean, yeah, I see second team West. I see some D-men that, you know, I like Abdel. He's a good dude, but
The problem with defense in the West, there's like 4 defensemen with over 20 points.
yeah,
And there's like, it's really
Grinder's
weak.
got like a plus 50.
And the difficult thing in this league too is, opposed to our counterparts over on LG, if you sign up as D, you have to play defense.
Right.
If you sign up as forward, you have to play forward.
Yeah, that was the trouble with
Yeah.
this too.
You can play offense and your numbers can be inflated.
No. If you played out of position, you weren't being picked for it. That was one of my
So,
rules.
my understanding for everybody who's listening who's looked at these rosters, when you look at the defensemen, those are their records and those numbers for them actually at defense.
Soul?
Perry's got 2 on left wing, I'll be honest. But that's just yeah. Yeah, because I have guys that, like, if I don't have a lineup, I'll just be like, hey, I'll play D, you play left wing, type deal.
I was looking at East, and there's a name that's very notorious in LG, especially the AHL. The guy's got a bit of an ego on him, but that I looked at him and I wasn't sure, but like the Bobby Orr 4 came up. But I clicked on him, looked at his numbers. He has every game at D but 1. But the dude's giveaway numbers versus his takeaway numbers on D are horrendous.
Well, I mean, if you're a D-man that controls pace of play and you touch the puck a lot on the breakout, you're gonna have more giveaways than, you know, the opposite
there was
side.
only 2 issues
I mean,
on
there is one snub I can probably think of. Maybe Nutty Outlaw 13. I mean, Calgary's not sending anybody anyway, but I mean, he's like, what, 6th, 7th in the West in points. I mean, I can see how people would view that as a snub.
Yeah, and just to be clear, this is a 15 game minimum to make this list. So if you play less than 15 games, you're not.
Yeah, like Furry Nips would have been on it if he played probably 1 or 2 more games in Chicago.
Yeah,
But a lot of the people in Chicago, I couldn't give goalies in the West because you guys were the only team in Colorado, and I think one more team, the exception, that had a goalie that played enough.
I mean,
Chicago doesn't
honestly,
have a goalie that's played 10 games.
I mean, the West goalies are pretty stacked, honestly. I mean, Doc and Full Dog. I've played Full
Yeah,
Dog.
that's what I'm saying. You
at
can't
FB,
deny those
I played
two.
Full
Yeah, you
Dog
can't
and
deny those two,
LG,
honestly.
They're
They're
just
both
solid
1 and 2,
players.
I think, in the West for wins, and like Fool's not having the best analytics stats, like, but it is what it is in the playoffs.
Yeah, but
I'm sure they'll go down.
he's doing his job exactly. 21 and 2. There's nothing to.
I didn't base this off of I gotta pick a player from every team. Who is the best available guy at that position is getting it.
Yeah, there's no participation.
So I'm gonna
awards.
kind of pick a bone with you. So I'm looking. Just for instance, let's see how many. Hold on a second. Well, fuck, I didn't mean to click on Knucklerz. I meant to click on Knuckzy. 1 second here.
And like I wanted to put Skillsy on the first team All-Star, but this Batherson guy, their team was first in the East when I did this, and he's their top center. So
Yeah, but Skillsy's played a couple on D for me as well.
No,
if
I
he played
understand.
it, yeah.
Like, their records are similar, so it's either it's 1A, 1B. What is it? There's no difference.
It's basically pick your poison.
Exactly. And the guy on Detroit, better face-off percentage. And I think his takeaway giveaway was better too.
Soul,
That's a tough
why
one,
did
Soul,
you pick Rogo over Knuckzy? I'm just curious.
Because I had 4 LA guys, I think. I was gonna add him too, but if I added Knuckzy in it, I couldn't find a left wing to fill in for Kesley there. And if I did, it would have been all discombobulated with guys that played out of position.
Isn't
Are
a
there
part of
any
All-Stars
great
though?
wings?
Isn't a part of All-Stars to select the best people in the league?
Yeah, but I was doing it like 2 lineups. I don't care if the guy's if we have 4 centers in a line. How are they gonna play the other team?
A couple seasons ago, they used to do like everybody had to participate. You had to have somebody from a team. But,
Exactly. There's no extras. There's no nothing. It's just these 5 versus these 5 versus these 5 versus these 5.
Well, I'm not trying to.
We've never had a best on best tournament in this league.
I'm not trying to cause issues, but I'm just looking like so. Obviously, second team West, you got Rogo at center, Kesley left wing, Kaniemi right wing. Knuckzy is mainly a center, so how would have that caused conflict with second team West? Because first team West, we have 4 Sharks. Second team West, we would have 4 Kings. What's the difference?
So everybody on the offense in the West was untouchable. All 3 of them, in my opinion. They're on another level than every single person in this league right now. All 3 of them.
I'm just okay. So Rogo has 83 points and a plus 48.
Wait, TK, it's just his opinion. You don't have to fucking
Well,
kill him. Like, holy
no,
fuck, get off his nuts.
If you look at the power of who they're playing too, Colorado and even Knucklerz line, they play everyone.
I'm not talking about them.
We played 17 games, even though we say we play every single game. These guys all played over like 25 games each. They play whoever and whenever.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just trying to say, like, I'm just.
And their records show it. Like, Buddy's 22-1, 27-2, 27-0.
Yeah, you put.
I don't think there's anybody else deserving of that.
No, I'm just trying to say, like, Knuckzy, like, he has 117 and a plus 75.
I know, but Knucksy's like 20-9.
I think he was basing off like the records.
I understand, but like.
It's fair. It's fair.
It was either Rogo or Knuckzy, but I have to go with Rogo, man.
It's fine.
Yeah,
Rogo's
so
62% in the draws. Like the guys, they're top in center and they're second in the West.
I mean, just playing both guys, Rogo's probably the better player, honestly.
Fair
enough. Exactly.
I was just asking.
Knucksy's a great player, but Rogo's probably got the edge there in the match.
We can all agree that Knuckzy probably was deserving, but
and that Kaniemi guy, look at his record, 16-5 on Vancouver, which they're not exactly the most talked about team, and he has like the best points per game out of everyone on there. Wow.
Let's talk about the defense now.
Yeah. I was skeptical on adding one-timer, but again, the West was very weak on defense. And if people say it wasn't weak,
He's the trooper. He's been around forever.
Yeah, he's been a top D for a while.
Yes, but 14-9 isn't exactly the most sexy stats.
It really isn't.
Honestly, it's kind of impressive to be 14-9 with a plus 31. I mean, I think that speaks volumes.
Well, no, he is a good defenseman. He is really good.
But I think that speaks volumes, honestly. If you have almost a 500 record or close to it, and you have a plus-minus of plus 31, it says you're doing a good job as a D-man. You're giving your team a chance to win. That's all you can ask for.
But then on the other flip of the coin, you don't know how many games he's had plus 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I looked at most of that.
I mean, he's on the Kings, and the Kings, they've been good, but they've been very streaky. So plus 31 is still pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Zimmer, I think I put...
Well, the drop-off from the first and second defense is a big drop-off.
Well, yeah, because you got Jake. Jake's a plus, 109?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's,
Yikes. Did Grinder not qualify in terms of games played, or...?
I think Grinder was what, 15, 16? So I think he should have qualified.
Well, that's also going with the professor and myself. He's 20-1. I'm still waiting for that. contract, but him and I have really good chemistry, and we got Blount back too. It's been really good for us. He hasn't played with myself for the past too much, and he's been carrying weight. We haven't been in the lineup, so he's very deserving of getting in there. And yeah, I think the West first team is very good. The West second team very good. But again, I'm gonna reiterate that I want to see East 1 versus East 2. I know it's a conversation in the league on the Facebook page.
Real quick.
Mike,
So I think there'll be a lot of
Mike, turn
Yeah,
your mic
I
up.
agree with that.
Turn your mic volume up. They can barely hear you. That's why they're saying they can't hear you.
again, I've done it. I've gone to share.
No,
No, the
your,
actual volume.
your volume's being broadcasted. That's fine, but they can barely hear you. You need to turn
your
like
mic up.
your mic up so they can hear you, like your volume output.
Yikes.
You need to work on your gains.
Or to swallow your mic.
Can you guys hear me fine?
Yeah,
I can hear you.
I can hear you just fine.
That's what I'm saying. There's something with the feed, or something on my end that I need to do.
Yeah, you gotta turn your mic up.
Your broadcast.
True.
You gotta go.
Harbeck, holy crap! Chill
Like,
out.
I have an option to throw. Hey, I want to talk louder. I want to talk soft.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
ya.
adjust mic level. There's it's somewhere you can.
The mic level is what I can hear, not what I'm talking, not my output.
Yo, Jason, did you tell Knucklerz just a second ago? I think Mike himself heard it too, to work on his game.
Which
I was making a joke. I was saying that you need to work on your gains. Because in the radio world they call it gains and yeah, radio terms. Yay.
no, but also I listened to the last podcast, and the Colorado guys I could barely hear as well.
That's fine. Okay, it's no big deal. We'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
that's fair. I mean,
On your end, or
they just all they have to do is
If,
just blare it.
they can hear like me. I'm not near TK. It's like it's not like team based because we all joined at the same time.
no, just let me know if there's something I can do.
See, if you look at the West at the stats, the fifth defenseman would have been another Sharks defenseman.
Grinder, right?
Probably would have
No,
been
it's
better than
Duperman.
Harbeck.
Who was it? Duperman? Oh, my
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Where
He's
was
an
Grinder
Skoda.
at, honestly?
He's like a plus 46 with 30 points.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, man, the
That might
Sharks
be
team
because
is
you guys
just-
don't have him as a defenseman.
We might not have him as
That's a
anything.
big issue in this league. Like I had to actually go to everybody's roster and like go over every player. And
I know
see-
he's having a good debut season. Grinder is.
For sure. He's very good.
Just want to reiterate.
My microphone level all the way up.
That works.
Yeah, that's good. Go to the East, D-men. Harbeck. Harbeck.
Harbeck.
Vancouver was supposed to be the next.
Harbeck's my guy.
Harbeck thinks that Harbeck was going at it with TK earlier.
Why?
Harbeck seems
TK
to
was
think
gonna
that I
take a
got him.
suspension?
Harbeck
Yeah, TK,
seems...
you gonna take the suspension for leaving early?
I don't believe
On the
so.
chin like a man.
I don't believe so, but that's up to disciplinary. That's out of my hands.
Oh, are you on disciplinary?
That's what I said.
But there is more disciplinary
put
people
a-
on there on
Put
than
out
me.
of an OT game in FB.
Slap on a wrist and okay.
Actually, I legged out.
So,
I
like,
was
the real
inside
NHL.
Jason's net, and then I said, I'm not even going to bother going back to FB, so I went to LG after, once I got my shit
My question
figured out.
is, why couldn't Harbeck beat a computer? Why
I
did it
don't
take him
know how
2
credible
overtimes
it is.
to lose to a computer?
Why couldn't Harbeck beat a computer? That's hard. I don't know.
Yeah, that should be the real question.
Well, I mean, why would somebody play a computer is the real question.
For
I bet
sure.
you gotta get that dub
That's it.
with this 88, bro.
It's a league game, just back out, wait for them to find somebody, or take the forfeit win. I mean,
That Harvick guy has to relax on the Discord, though.
Yeah,
If you're listening, man, seriously, you gotta calm down on that stuff.
Simmer it down, child. Simmer it down.
It's not funny, and you shouldn't be doing it.
What's he doing?
It's my
he's spamming a word that doesn't need to be spammed.
N-word with hard R.
Yeah.
Kind of funny when Frenchies say it though. It's not the same. It's more.
Harbeck
Well, I mean-
does have good stats, though. He's 15-2 with 40 points. That's not bad.
yeah, I think we played his line in
Last night we
LG
did?
playoffs / no LG playoffs.
I think people
whatever
need to
last
give this
season
guy
was.
on New Jersey credit, man. 21-8. Like, who is this guy? J Money.
Preluzi?
Prelude?
Oh yeah, played with him
Plus
after
73. I don't even think their team's in the
S8
playoffs.
CHL season. We got drafted in the same class. Good player, good guy.
I was also part of that draft class.
Yeah, and so the only gripe I would really have with your all-star teams is probably Jim Vieira, big skillsy, my buddy, being second team. I've played him a bunch and got a lot of respect for the guy. He's a good player and he's a good.
Oh, I'm
dude.
sure he's a better player than the actual.
Yeah.
It's just at the time.
But he also fills in on defense. He'll fill in a net at any time. Available 5
I
a week.
get the
Great guy.
I get the stats thing though, so it's 100%. It's your call, and you specified how they were done, and
No, but again, that could be the difference maker in the East 1 versus 2 match.
oh no question. Skillsy has that.
The East
Oh
1
yeah.
has the better defense, but the East
Yeah,
2 has
Jim's
the
gonna
better
have
offense.
space in the second.
Yeah,
I
I
honestly.
think.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I think just Jim's experience in big time games alone gives that second East team the edge there.
That, and I also think Harbeck and Chap. I can't say Harbeck because Harbeck's with GC, but like, how well is Mason Galloway?
How many friends are they going to make quickly?
Exactly. Like, are they going to be able to mesh well, or is GC and his puck hoarding
Jicky and
habits
Dats are gonna be buddies, man.
The lack of an R2, is that going to inhabit the team?
Is that going to piss
Oh, yeah.
the whole first team off and then just make them not even want to do
I'm
it?
predicting East 1 finishing 4th.
Honestly, there was remember this time in the WEHL Discord chat box that Nuck said Philip Zadina could be a great player if he just passed the puck a little bit more, and you see him there on the second team East. And
So you think we got?
stats, man.
we
Look
got-
at his assists there, 7-3.
We got
He's
2
doing a good job.
hoarders.
If Zadina could pass the puck more?
Yeah, I believe it was a little L2 happy in the Well League.
Yeah, it wasn't even pass the puck more. It's just be a little bit more efficient in your
There
game.
it is.
Jared Miller. Just move the puck north-south, east-west when you have to.
Mhm.
You're a winger, utilize your center, and lay off the L2 a little bit, and you'll be fine. He gets in that zone of, hey, I gotta ISO all these defensemen. I gotta ISO this back checker coming on me.
Yep.
Just keep it simple, and you'll be a lot better player, in my opinion, at the higher level.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ultimately, so just going off kind of like what you've said, obviously Knucklerz, so you think East 2 will beat East 1?
Correct.
West 1 over West 2?
I love myself, Professor.
Yeah, West 1 will walk West 2.
Okay, so how do you...
And then these wingers, I don't know, Fresher and Kared. I think they'll fit it nicely. We'll communicate well, and then we got Dak. We got Doc on the back end who's gonna shut it down.
Yeah.
I like West 1 over West 2.
So for finals, just like...
5-shot shutout for Doc.
We're projected. This is just projected stats here. So we're gonna go East or All-Star Finals, East 2 and West 1. What's the difference maker and who wins by what score?
Are you asking me?
Yes, you and Deuce for that matter. You're our guest.
So, Skillsy and I have a nice little rivalry, I hope. I think him and myself are going to kind of cancel each other out in the middle. But I think the defensive core that I have on my team and also the wingers are going to make the difference.
Yeah.
So I think West 1 beats
You guys better watch out for Hyper's top line. He's checking.
What you think final score? Just prediction?
4-2.
Yeah. It's a close game. We get a cheap one at the end, probably. That's how it happens. They get
Are
aggressive.
you talking
and-
West versus West 2?
No,
We're
West
talking
1 versus
West 1,
East 2
East 2.
projected All
Yeah,
Star.
that'll be probably the closest. Either one of you two, like either of the East will probably be closer than the West game.
Also, I turned my microphone volume up. Can they hear me better?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't heard nothing.
I haven't heard anything. Okay. Well, yeah, that's my take on it. 4-2, West 1 against East 2.
Hey, Soul, just a random question. This cred guy, 3, he was on the S8. Oh my God, what was that AHL team we were on together?
Oh,
Was he on that team?
Detroit's
Wings?
AHL team.
Yep.
Was he not?
I
oh,
don't
what
know.
the hell's his name? Oh, what the
I
hell?
recognize
Grand
him from
Rapids,
somewhere.
the
I thought he was on
Griffins.
Providence.
I want to say he was on our team. He's a West guy, right?
I thought he was on Providence. One sec.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he was on our S8
That
AHL
was a
team.
funny team.
Yeah, that I TC'd for when Navy Nick played me 2 extra games and
He joined our party yesterday randomly. Me and Noodles.
Navy Nick.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a year.
How's he doing? Good. Good
He
dude.
left.
Oh yeah. Okay. Weird.
Uh,
Sorry.
It's hard to come on here and talk about people too, is I know most of the folks on this list, and I don't want to or disrespect to Carrot. I just haven't seen him play or.
What's up, Doc?
In this game, he has 23 games and he's putting up, excess of 130 points. So he can obviously play well, but I haven't seen him play. So I don't have an opinion on it, but once I see him play, I'm sure I'll be impressed.
For sure.
Jason, are we ever going to get your power rankings, or are we going to save that for never? No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I was thinking about food.
Just a pause.
Okay.
Can we give
talk
a
about these sharks, baby? Let's go.
just a pause? Can we give a warm welcome to Doc? Because Doc
All-star.
invaded the
Doc.
party. What's up, Doc?
Nice to see him in here, or here.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, now the circle jerk can start. Sorry,
How's
I
the San
have to say
Jose
things like
Sharks
that.
top goalie doing?
Well, we'll get it. Okay, we'll get it out of the way right now. We already know who number 1 is. San Jose Sharks. It's, exactly.
Non-toxic Discord? Hardly any words are
non-toxic.
said at all?
Or as non-toxic as we can get it, I guess.
Yeah, on
But
a
yeah.
side note, we probably are one of the nicer Discords to be in. Anything at the Twins, it's a good
And
presence to
Ottawa
have.
is surprisingly
We're the
really
nicest
nice.
one when I don't talk.
No. It's just your.
More, and I'm glad you said it.
I'll admit it. Sometimes I can speak more on my butt than anything, but
Just
Yeah,
have
I've-
si-
Bad
Come
habit.
Silent
close to
times.
quitting several times with you talking, Jason, but it's okay, man. We're almost done, and I'll be here for the playoffs, and hopefully we can take care of business.
Yeah, we're gonna go do what we need to do.
Yep.
okay.
It's a
now
great
the
group of guys,
circle jerk's out of the way. Anyway, there's actually a change in power rankings from previous week. Ottawa is not number 2 anymore. Detroit.
Come on, boys. We need to
Detroit
fill the water
ended up
bottles up
catching
and
them
get
in
some more
points.
alcohol.
They, I think they won 11 straight, 10 straight, and now they're on another 9-game win streak. They're like red hot right now. They just passed them in the standings. Ottawa moved down to number 3, but the grip's a little tighter because there's like 3 other teams that are just coming up on them. But we're doing top 10, right? So number 4.
Question about that?
Oh, go for it.
How many of Ottawa's losses were just forfeits because they just didn't get enough people?
Recently, I think it was half and half because they lost like 2 or 3 from forfeit, and the other 2 they've been losing a lot. But I don't think.
I'll go look at their schedule right now.
That's an interesting question, honestly.
That's a good question.
Because I feel like we have just as many, if not more, of the same caliber kind of players who would tend to not want to be available for this league, and we haven't had any issues with forfeits. We always seem to find a way to fill out games.
They had 4 forfeits in the last 2 weeks.
I'm not trying to interrupt, but I heard a rumor down the grapevine the other day. Datsy's cashing all his chips in and trying to bring in Senko and Diamond from LG. What do y'all think about that?
I think we'll end up with one of those 2 players, and I think it'll be a great addition to our team.
Fair enough. Rip Datsy's dreams.
Yeah, I mean,
You said Diamond
Rip.
Sanko he's trying to bring in?
No, I just heard it down the grapevine that that's who Datsy's trying to get because obviously
Can they play 10 games in time?
It's gonna be tough because you have 2 weeks. Well, hey,
you got
you never
2.5
know. Thursday
Yeah.
and Friday is 4 games. That's 8 games.
They can only play 5 max. So they'd have to play 5 max 2 weeks in a row.
Well, we got
Basically.
2.5 left, so they better figure it out if Datsy's doing that.
Waiver players can't play till Friday, so there would be 12 games to get 10 games. It would
It's
be a
just-
lot of caring for FB to join in the last week.
Anything that I have to add though would really be that every time I play with Diamond, I play with Nux, Mike, and I just would.
Yeah, Diamond's a good buddy of mine.
Yeah, I wouldn't think that he would want to play for Ottawa if he had the choice between San Jose and Ottawa. I would just assume it would be San Jose, but that's just me and in my opinion.
Okay, so then what about Nexi? Nexi's on Ottawa, but you guys are LG boys, right?
You know, Nexi's. Yeah, I was gonna say he's a competitor. He's a competitor. I mean, he's not one to shy away from anything. I think he would relish the moment to take Nux on head, 1-on-1. But you know, that's just my opinion from being in the LG Discord and being around Nux and being around Cohen. I think they're both good guys.
And then when he loses, he'll just get really emo.
You never know. I mean, he might join San Jose's Discord afterwards and say, "Hey, how's it going, boys?"
No, it's funny you mentioned that too, because last week my line in LG went 0-1 and he was completely fine.
Mm-hmm.
He has a good head on his shoulders, was positive about it. Came back this week and had a good week, but yeah, Cohen would definitely be down to play playoffs against the San Jose Sharks. It's no question there. But in terms of the Diamond and Senko talks that are going on, I have no idea. I haven't heard anything, so I have no comment.
Jason, how far did we fall down your little power rankings this week? Tampa.
Well, you're still in the top 10.
You guys are number 9, Hartman.
So where were we? At
We're
Chicago? We were at Chicago, Jason? We should just keep going through the list. So Chicago added...
I was at number 4. Colorado is 4 still.
Okay.
5, Chicago makes a big jump up to 9.
So they picked up
Chicago's
Boogs, right?
Boogs, Hyper, they got Jojo Devil.
Mm.
They got
Jojo's
Rogo.
a really good player, man. Bogues is a great buddy of mine. And also
Is Jojo even playing still?
Bogues is unreal. That's a big acquisition for Arlie.
You know, honestly, it's not even necessarily the ability to play the game. It's kind of the party presence as well that he brings to any team, any locker room.
Exactly.
He's a good guy. He keeps things loose, and when people at their loosest, they tend to play the best. So that's a good pickup by Chicago.
Now, if he can get Boogs to play more than 1 or 2 a week is a thing, especially for playoffs. Can he get Boog to play? Undecided.
You gotta make Bogues happy. That's, you know, I know how to make Bogues happy. Feel free to reach out, Discord, you know, whatever, Facebook Messenger. I'll
Put noodles in a party with him.
So Bogues is on our AHL team there too, right there. So
We call Noodles and get some insight, guys?
yeah, we should really
I
get Noodles
wish.
in here.
Jeez.
I feel like we got out of line with Jason's power rankings. I apologize for that.
Oh, you're good. You're good. If you guys have any
Oh, you
questions,
never
or
have
you
to
guys want to bring
apologize.
something up, go for it. I mean,
Keep it going,
So we
Jason.
got Chicago's 5. Sorry, I
number
just wanted to
6,
add
moving up 1 spot from 7 is Columbus.
Okay.
Very
Underrated team. They don't get enough credit. Columbus. They've been quiet. They don't talk shit. They just win. They pass Pittsburgh. They're the number 1 in their conference.
They had a
Give them
very
credit.
good overtime
Well,
win against Ottawa too.
I mean, I'll
Oh,
get
yeah.
to this when I get to get down further in my rankings, but there's some rumblings. But anyway, 7, we have Vancouver. They've actually, I'll have to check. I mean, prior to this, they had a shorter win streak, but they're at 12 games right now. They've won 12 straight. So, I mean, Red Hot team was really tough to move them down even further, but I want, Columbus, Vancouver, and Chicago are all Red Hot, so you can't really disagree with that. And moving down 2 spots, down to number 8 is Los Angeles. And we basically already talked about number 9. Tampa took a little tumble. A lot of uncertainty, but it's like with the talent on their team, can't really say that they're not going to be a good team, that they're not a top team.
I'm gonna flat out tell you that Tampa at 9 is just wrong.
Oh, we had a rough week. We got affected by Corona. Tristan let. Yeah.
The power rankings standpoint, their top 2 lines are very good. I think top
Oh,
6
great.
in the league.
They're
That's my opinion.
easily a top
They just
6
don't
team,
score a
but
lot of
just-
points.
Tampa will
Power
be.
rankings work, Jason.
Yeah.
You have to go, who's the biggest power in this league? Not did they have a bad week, because there could have been availability issues.
It's true. But I mean, heck, Dallas still had all that talent on their team, and they forfeited 16 straight games.
Well, Dallas is a different
That's
story,
a different
Jason.
story though. Nobody wanted to play.
Yeah, they don't want to play
basically
for Isaac.
Dallas's best line played Nux and I and several others, and
they got
and some
pissed on
club
like 4
games
times in a row.
Essentially, yes, and
They realize that back-to-back's pretty hard in this league. No one's ever done it.
I mean, honestly, as said, I think Tampa's between 6 and 7. Because Columbus, we say, is underrated.
They're 9,
They're 9
exactly.
right now.
So how can you justify that?
As I said, there was a lot of question marks coming into Monday. They forfeited a couple of games, had a tough.
I mean, look, they got Jim Vieira, Epic Skillsy.
They
If
got
anyone
beat.
wants Riley
top
Fredericks,
six.
by the way, any owner wants Riley Fredericks. This is a public. He's on the block. Anyone,
I'll
I'll take a
gladly
bag
pass
of
on
pucks.
We'll
I'll take
pass.
a fucking
We'll pass.
used water bottle.
I think
The
San
kid is
Jose
cancer. Sorry.
will go that
Someone
we
take
don't
it.
have anybody on the block at this current
Man,
moment.
that guy,
Yeah, we're not looking to make any moves.
Riley
Riley
is
Fredericks said a bunch of shit and then said I said it all.
Which Tyler, as you know, Goofy Indian, I really like that guy. I think he's a fantastic player.
BK's
He's not
good.
played, but he's very good.
He's awesome. Him and Brad, the Bad
Bad
Brad, I
Brad
think
guy?
it is.
Yeah.
He's just an awesome center. I just put him in anywhere, and then when I could play him and the skills he can play his natural right wing, it's perfect.
Great guy
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, he is a good guy. Nux and I played a good chunk of him with him in the off season, I should say. So, yeah, he's a good dude. He plays a lot of the hut. He's great one-on-one, and he knows how to play center and control the pace of the game for the most part.
One of the good additions we got also, no one really talks about BK
You guys
as well.
got BK, you got Polska.
Yeah, BK he plays
Yeah.
right D for me. BK for all our big games. It's really helpful to have somebody.
Yeah,
who
good
moves the
story about
puck nice.
BK. I was playing VG AHL with Riv Nasty and his team, and BK was on the squad. And about third week into the season, he ghosted everybody, and he ended up winning a cup and playing about 6 games. So, congrats BK on the free cup, and hope you're doing well.
Let's hope you can get me one of those free cups this year.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Big
Here's the
news
interesting
though,
one.
you guys have really signed. You guys just signed Noodles.
Yeah, I
This is
messaged News.
the
So I messaged News and I was like, "Hey, I signed you," and he's like, "I have no time." And I was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna
That's
be
a
here."
lie. He plays
Yeah, I
MLB
know.
all night.
Yeah, he's just lying to
Well,
us
he has no
when
time,
we
he's
play
playing
for us.
MLB.
Yeah.
It's
Just
okay. I
too busy
have a
playing
perfect
GTA.
West Coast line for him, just waiting. But fuck me, right, Nudes?
Yeah, with Brad. Brad's a Cali West guy, so you still have
Dude's
the.
pissed on Moran and all them.
I got- I got Peace, BK. They're all West. Polska's West. We can make a perfect line. We'll fuck some
Oh, you
shit
got
up.
Polska, my guy Polska. You got my 2 favorite owners over there in Tampa. There,
Polska,
Epic Skillsy and Polska Boss. Yeah, those 2 are probably the best owners I've ever had on LG. So.
Dude, Polska was
man,
hard to
get
deal
her
with
deal.
early on. He told me that he could only play when the Oilers weren't on, and it was hard for me to find the Oilers schedule every night.
Well, they play at 10 o'clock, so you can make the 9s.
Yeah, he likes to be PM'd his lineup every time when he's playing. It's like dealing with a princess on the Jersey Shore. But if he puts up points, like fuck, I'll do it. I sold my soul already. Why not?
You didn't sell it like early though.
Dude, honestly, we don't need to talk about Arlie. You bring him up. When's the last time he played? 2
Harpin
weeks ago.
coach in the East and Arlie's
Speaking of
coach in the
which,
West.
Arlie was.
Dude, I can't play for a guy named. I just can't do Arlie. as a coach.
His name's Arlie.
I can't do it. I just can't. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Arlie.
You know, yeah. If he coached us, I couldn't play. I couldn't do it.
I don't think coaches are part of
I've
FB
traded this
All-Stars.
man like trash players for 1st round picks. I can't respect the guy's judge of talent. I can't. You know, it's just it is what it is. He's a good dude, but in terms of
He's
coaching,
gonna end up subbing Deucin for one of his players.
yeah, dude, sub me out, man. I have confidence in Mike and Jake to carry a game. You know, Fresh is a good player, man. He's a solid.
Or at least to stay in school because you're not that smart.
Dude, he's a great dude. Honestly, don't knock the guy. He's a great dude, but he's not. I'm my
He's a
coach.
huge advocate for the league, which is important.
Been around forever.
I'm just saying my personal opinion. You know, I want a coach. You know, who understands the talent around that he has to work with, and I don't think Arlie personally understands that. very
Who would you
much.
think is a good fit for our
May I ask,
coach of our
Lum, who was
West?
To be honest, I would give Jake the head coaching gig of the West team and player at lefty.
Just give a player the coaching then. It's different.
And here's the other, but hold on. Here's the other part. So there's this good story about about coaching and training and how to get better at the game. Now a lot of people would give Jake the credit, but I think that Knox is he understands the game more because he literally just plays it more. It's not a knock on Jake. Jake just doesn't have the time. He has a good life. He's got a good girl. He's got a good job. He lives in Philly. He does a lot of shit in Philly. And Mike just, he golfs. And then he's got time to focus on the game and the trash connection. And he just has time to tell me where I suck and how to get better. And, they're both very good guys. They're both very good, knowledgeable people about
You take it on the chin what Jake tells you?
Oh, 100%. If Jake told me I sucked and here's how to get better, 100%.
Absolutely.
No question.
Nothing's
Mike
wrong
too.
with that.
And that's the thing. Yeah.
Got together in person last month.
Yeah.
Came over my place.
Oh,
we
yeah.
were talking shell.
Oh, that's great.
And I think he understands at this point that there's no emotion behind it.
Oh, no.
Simply to make him better and understand the game better. So
Yeah.
I think our relationship developed further
Mm-hmm.
with that meeting, and he knows that I have his best interests in mind, and now we're better moving forward.
100% agree. I 100% agree, and I think it's the coolest part when you get to play with people who are as good as you, Mike, and Jake as well, and you understand that there's nothing about I'm better than you. It's about, hey, how can we get better as a unit?
Mike, I just have one question. I have
as a
one
unit,
question for you, Mike. Can you and Jake get Claus to his 10 games before Lofts so you guys can have him for playoffs? Can you get him to do it?
Yeah, I think so. Josh and I and my brother, we have a good relationship, right? And we all have respect for each other, and we're good friends. And he's fully committed to being a part of the San Jose Sharks and getting the 10 games in and playing together and having a good playoff run. So yeah, I think he is fully committed to getting those 10 in.
Oh yeah, and if I could just add my point of view, I think that if you had to face a J Claus at center and the Twins at lefty and right D, I wish you the best of luck. Honestly, I think they're three of the best defensive-minded players in all of the NHL community, and just like I said, good luck trying to get in the zone.
Jicky's on the come up.
Jicky? I thought it was Jissy.
So did I.
Jicky.
GC.
By the way,
Thanks for calling
cheers,
that, Jake.
cheers, Mike. I got a drink. Cheers to you and Blau.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
We played just this season.
Twice.
We beat them 3-2, and yeah, I just didn't see 212 points out of him. But he's had those huge games. I think 6 of them where he's had excess of 10 points. So
Yeah, the problem taking him off, you have to have him.
So.
You have to put him in the All-Star. Whether you
No. So
have
I completely agree with you. You have to put him in there, but in terms of scrub hunting, I am on board with you guys that that's probably the case because I've seen the game, and
I mean, I don't think he necessarily goes away on scrub hunts, but I think he takes advantage of it. No?
isn't it the same thing?
Exactly.
I don't think he abuses
so
so
you were
much.
on-
He's 25. He's 25 and 7, so he's got to be facing somebody half decent here and there. No?
Yes and no, but
Yeah.
but here's the thing, Sol. You know Newts, our boy. He was on AHL LG when we were all together. He was on their top 10 scrub hunts was like every week. He was just feasting off of terrible lineups. And then he
scrub hunting shitbag.
Noodles, yeah, 100%,
shit
dude.
together, Noodles.
Dude. But Newts is a great dude, If he was here, I'm sure he'd
Pissed
be
it. You should have seen him in the net last night. We got into it.
Yeah,
Noodles
did you? Did you tell him how to stop pucks, or?
Letting 11 goals.
on
Yikes, that's...
I wouldn't even do that.
I scored 10. He's like,
No.
God, I can get into this.
he
I
had
could do
5
that,
saves. Man.
How many short
He didn't
side
have
goals did
5
you let in?
saves. He had like 2 saves. 300 save percentage.
So,
How many short side goals, though?
Not one. He's like, I'm protecting shorts. I'm like, dude, they're
Good
not
for
shooting
him.
short
You know
side.
what? That's on the D-man. That's on the D-man right there. It's
No,
all
it's threes. It's not sixes.
well,
In threes,
you
the
know,
guy's forcing backdoor every play. You'd think after the 6th time, you'd be like, hey, Short side is not. They're not shooting short side.
Well, if he's forcing back doors, the
There's
D-man's got to stay on the guy.
400 CR guys.
Well, you shouldn't have lost then. I mean, you
Yeah,
guys
you
all
shouldn't have.
I would do it literally
I've
after
actually
whole
been
team,
hearing
and then
some
come down
rumblings.
and score a goal.
What, Jason? You've been hearing some rumblings?
Yeah, I've been hearing some rumblings with the number 10 on my list.
Number 10, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. Apparently, there's a rumor going around,
Not
especially
for
today.
long.
Yeah, apparently
They're selling. They're selling and quitting, it looks like. That's what it looks like on paper. All their stars are leaving.
So, Tyler, you mentioned selling. When exactly is the trade deadline? Like, I haven't really been paying much attention. You know, Jason will ask my opinion from time to time, but...
I don't really know when the trade deadline is, but you're not going to get good off of trades. Everyone knows that. How many trades has San Jose made?
None.
None?
Yeah, I mean, because all of the trades that I've heard of have been absolutely ridiculous. I mean,
and then they all get rejected, and there's no
nuts
point.
for a third-round pick? Are you crazy?
Yeah,
You're absolutely insane, you know?
If you're going to get good, you're going to get people through waivers. So, like, I don't know really when the trade deadline really is. Like,
yeah, it could be next week.
The trade block is players you don't want. You're not going to trade someone good.
You know, it's just weird because, you know, at one point, I don't want to bring this up, but I heard there was rumblings about a Skin Nasty for me trade from San Jose to Ottawa. You never know. Yeah, it was definitely on the table. You know, Skin's my D partner in LG, but I would never have been upset about that trade. Skin's the offensive to my defensive part in LG, and I would have understood it 100%. So
we were advocating for TK to get traded all season because they would have got him mad.
No,
TK
it wouldn't have got me.
Yeah.
I don't think TK it wouldn't have got me mad. Yeah, I told you I'm untouchable.
If we ever
when
say
you...
TK's on the block,
oh,
he starts typing periods. He's like, no, I'm not.
Jason, I'm pretty untouchable. I promise. I'm not going nowhere.
I'm giving you crap. Yeah, I'm giving you crap, man.
You're gonna make me go toxic, buddy. You're gonna make me go.
I'm joking, man. Anyway,
me from Skin. That was a good trade for you, honestly.
I'm not saying it wasn't. It just like.
Yo, Mike, say what you were gonna say.
I mean, and then secondly, dude, TK is just as much a part of this team as anybody else. I mean, he helped put together this squad just as much as I did, or Knux, or anybody else on this podcast. I mean, it's.
I got the old Knucklerz. I asked him when I was still in control of Ottawa with old Soul Noodles. You want to play? No. Come to San Jose. You want to play? Yup. There we go.
I think the only thing that wasn't with you was Soul.
Soul didn't want to play on a good team, and look where he is now on a good team.
Yeah, you know, I would have.
Well, I started the season. I was actually gonna play on a good team, and then my connection was just bare ass. Like I couldn't stay in a game. So every team I was on, they thought I was just either trolling or dodging games. So they kept trying to put me in active. And I was fighting it with the league all season, and obviously the league knew what was going on, so they did nothing.
They obviously didn't know that you were trying to troll a little. Come on.
No. Here's my question.
Trolling has nothing to do with it. Trolling has nothing to do with it. Like Arlen tried deeming me as an active to the league and tried to get me banned.
So my question for you is though, if you weren't buddies with the league commissioners, would they have known that you actually had connection?
I did. It wasn't the league commissioners that did it.
Here's the thing, because I know that there are players in other leagues, and I'm sure in this league, that have connection issues, that are requesting trades to be traded to certain teams with certain lines, that they have better connection, but they weren't as known or whatever as you are, and they have that issue. So if you had any advice to give to those players, I mean, I would
say stop lying.
Be more of an asshole.
My availability has been 5 out of 5 every single team I've played on, regardless of my internet. I've never lied about that. So if any owner wanted to accuse me of doing something or doing this, there's screenshots. Like there's a Vail list that I post on. Like the one owner, he wouldn't give me Noodles the Vail sheet deliberately because he wanted us to get banned.
Vancouver or Arley?
But so I'm asking you to kind of think about the lesser known player. You know, the guy who has no name really in any league and who has this issue of, well, my connection's ass, but I know that I have good connection with this player.
I got lucky. I got new internet like 2 weeks ago.
But Sol, I'm asking you a question. How do
I'd
you
probably
give
sit
advice to those players? You know, like
I'd probably
okay, you
sit
sit
out.
out,
That's what I
but
would
now you
do.
look like a toxic idiot. You look like a toxic guy because
It's better than
I'm
pissing off
controlling
20
you.
other guys in a locker room every night, legging out.
And
But
if you
how do you
post on the
control it?
page, you get shit on by everyone.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
You
So,
You can't
so
really
what do you do
control.
about that?
That's the thing. You can't control lag out. It's gonna happen, and like if it's consistently happening, you should just.
I don't think it
kinda,
has to do with the lag out. I don't think he's asking about the lag out. I think he's asking what do you tell the other people that are having that issue? Like,
Oh, yeah, I mean-
other than you, like if anyone else, like you're not
I
gelling
also
on the
don't-
team or
I
shit
So,
like
I mean,
that.
I've had games where I've had connection that was absolutely trashy, and I've gotten coned for the game-winning goal in OT, and it's all on me. I mean, no question about it. But what I tell the guys is, hey, you know, on me, whatever. Next week we'll get 3 out of 3. But
yeah, but
if
it's
you're
different when you're a goalie because it lags out the whole team.
yeah, no
And so
no
it
question about
happens
that.
3
Yeah.
times, we're gonna get a forfeit.
And that's
it
again.
happens
I
all the
mean,
time.
but if you're not a goalie, you know, you're a D-man or
I would honestly
or,
try and work through it because usually, like, my connection issues are weather based. So if
Okay.
the weather changes mid-season or something, you might have a better chance.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely something that I've honestly thought about in league play because
You can't
No,
lie
I
about
know.
your avail. Like, if
Yeah.
you go to a team and say I'm 5, and then get traded to another team and says I'm 2, like
Yeah.
you're inactive. Like you're gonna end up being deemed inactive. They're gonna end up trying to get rid of you somehow. Like I've went to every team and they're like, you and Noodles
but-
can't come in the chat because you guys are gonna say something offensive. Blah blah blah. Fine, don't put us in the chat. My avail's still 5 again.
Well, that's
I'm
wrong
not
in my
fine.
opinion. You have to give somebody the chance until they do otherwise.
Yeah.
Example
I gotta-
for Harbeck in the FB shout box, like I'm not
He had
gonna
his chance.
the hard R. He's spammed it
That's
how many
different.
times? Well, I know, but that's just like
I
that's
said that once in my Washington chat, got warned by the whole league, and then Arlie tried getting me banned on Chicago, saying, "You know how you like to use the N-word, right?" Like teams are just like they do things if they don't like you. If they don't like you, they're gonna try and bury you. Like Arlie kept saying all season, "You're gonna ride the pin for the rest of the season." How'd that work out, Arlie?
Yeah,
So
and I
you're
know
telling
that-
people to fight for themselves. Don't let the owners push you around.
yes and no.
I
I
can
mean,
push
look,
back
here's-
though. Some people just don't have the balls to do it because they're scared and they think these owners have like clout or something that will diminish anything they brought to the league. It's just not the case.
But when
If
you've
you're
had
good,
the
you're right.
experiences that you know Mike and I and Jacob had, where basically, and honestly, you get banned for nothing.
Yeah, but I think they did that to you guys to try and
But what do you do then? At
take
that
out a
point?
powerhouse to add a little bit of parity to the league. They never wanted
But
to
you
admit
know that.
yeah, and how'd that
that's a
work for them
possibility.
though? How's that work for them though?
That's their law.
Yeah, but like here's my thing though. But
Yeah,
you
but
know
at the time, they
that
talked
can
about
happen
it.
to you. They don't care. They've shown in the past that they do not care who you are or what you do or what you bring to the league. If you're an issue to them, they'll ban you. They'll find the
I
reason
know.
to
I've
ban
just
you.
been fortunate
If you have a
enough this
different
season.
opinion, you will get banned. Most people in this
Right,
party have been
and
banned
so-
for having a different opinion.
Yeah,
And so
but
my
I've been
question is,
fortunate
so
this season,
like if you're a
and no
guy
one's-
though, but if you're a guy who has that issue, how do you go about it? I mean,
I don't
don't
know
have
my
a connection.
reputation.
I'm
I
in a
do.
weird relationship with those 3 in the league admin though. It's weird. They either hate me or they love me.
well, I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, you went in my shout box, my FBHL shout box that we created together, and basically posted memes about
Oh, you
Hank,
did
Shane,
nothing.
and
That's
for
not
like 45 days in a row. I mean, I don't. Do you blame them for being
There's like
upset?
150 music videos.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's
have them
nuts.
all.
It's unreal. I mean,
But guys, I think we're beyond the
Uh
dog.
yeah, oh yeah.
But that kind of shit shouldn't be getting you banned. That's
hey,
extracurricular.
just sorry, I'm not
builds
trying to
character.
interrupt, but I just got a pretty vulgar PM from old Pepin. And Pepin said, and I quote, "Are we still not second in power rankings now that they just got Diamond? Care to elaborate?"
We got Diamond?
Yeah, they got Diamond, but I already told him.
Well, Pep's got a really good Yoda impression.
Shout out
He
to the
does.
most Canadian guy I've ever heard, Nathan Pepin.
One of my favorites.
In Ottawa,
I would.
that's confirmed.
That is confirmed, apparently.
I would just like to...
They get Senko as well.
I don't think they did. They only said Diamond.
Listen here, Knucklerz, you don't need him, man.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to get the facts straight for the listeners.
Yeah.
I'm not putting myself above this podcast.
I mean, these were made, pre-made Monday, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. whether they're ranked at or not. Like,
I think
we should be
Diamond's a
number
pretty
2, but...
big acquisition for them.
Oh yeah,
that
I mean,
second.
I think it's a good acquisition and it could definitely help. I mean,
Hopefully he plays.
I mean, I'll say this: I would look forward to playing Diamond in the playoffs. I mean, that's a good matchup, and I enjoy the best of the best coming at me. So
Yeah, who's playing for San
good
Jose
for
on
the league.
Thursday?
That's undisclosed information
playing
that
one
you
of
will
you
not
guys.
that you will not hear or see until Thursday
shook?
when you match. No, I'm just not going to tell you our line. What's the point?
I get to pick. I get to play between Colorado or San Jose. I think I'm gonna go San Jose.
Careful what you wish for.
I'm
San
fine.
Jose will be interesting with the Veil and what we
My record versus Knucklerz and FB is like 2-2. I'm Gucci.
1-0
Two
against
shots.
Soul and FB?
But all right, let me. So I made a comment today in the Facebook shout box that was just created yesterday.
By Doc and I. Yeah.
The whole thing of I beat this player one-on-one in a sixes game is absolutely.
Oh, it's horseshit.
It's
It's, it's tabletop.
It's a stupid
tabletop.
argument.
It's I beat Knucklerz on 2-2.
Fucking rights, man.
I have 4 other guys and a goalie behind me and with me moving forward.
Jason, you gotta figure that out.
Say I beat them one-on-one unless it's a putt or versus match when you work the confidence to yourself.
I mean, the 2 games I did beat you guys, they were 1-0 piece.
So
in the
Montreal,
finals.
right? That's what you're referring to?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't
Well, I
know
only
how
really
to
played
do
your
it.
guys' top line.
Hey guys, I'm sorry to cut out earlier. I gotta hop out of this podcast. I got a
Oh,
lot
you're
going on.
good,
I just
man.
got to Florida
You're
Corona
good.
shit.
Yeah, we're almost over.
It was a pleasure, guys. Have a good one.
yeah.
You
Hey
too,
Tyler,
man.
thanks, buddy. Take care.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cartwright, I totally agree with you. With that whole entire 1v1 thing. Whatever, I mean, if you're
No, it does mean shit. Like, next, I go play San Jose on Thursday and get mopped 8-1. Of course, but it's tabletop. That's all it is. Anyone can beat anyone in this game.
Exactly.
It's a video game.
Think Diamond gets in 10 games?
Just because you beat somebody doesn't make you better though, or better than that person.
No. Well,
Maybe,
as
but
a team, this is a team game. There's no individual. Like, if you're playing
Yeah.
Hut or versus, sure. There's like Knucklerz said, he plays with 3-4 different lineups every time, so you can't really pinpoint. Say this guy carried the whole line. You can't really say that in the sixes constantly. I mean, Knucklerz is 27-0, but that usually helps.
No.
I mean,
But,
so
I mean-
has anybody else gotten 27-0 in a season before? I mean,
I can confirm that's a no.
yeah.
That's
So I mean,
sure
I think you gotta take that into account.
But it's also credit to I typically play with my brother where we have really good chemistry and where a lot of the puck funnels through him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't just say you carry their whole lineup. You guys just have a good team and have good chemistry. You guys play well together.
I am not that much better than anybody else. It's just I have good people around me and I know how to utilize everybody else's skill set to the best of my ability. And I have fantastic defensive behind me when you do the puck. And if I have the puck and I don't have space, I'll try to create space for my wingers so they can gain clean entries.
Let me just reiterate something. Sorry, Knucklerz, I'll let you finish. I had to play
You're
center
good.
for this man yesterday. I was fucking lost. I needed a map. But anyway, go ahead.
Right, and that was a good learning experience for you too. Is like center's a hard position. Where you have to control the flow. You have to control between the dots. You have to work with your D men. You have to work with your wingers. And when you get the puck on the D end, you have to be an outlet and quick. So you have quick forward checkers on you. And then if they trap you where they're going 0-5, you have to make good skates to give your defensive options and then open up room for entries.
I find your
It's
guys.
just sorry, go ahead.
I find your guys' biggest strength is in zone pressure with shooting from the point, like using your point. You know, you guys
The
tip
reason
a
for
lot,
that-
a lot.
Yeah, the reason for that too is we get entries, and then everybody shells up. And when you shell up, what I mean by that is everybody stacks the crease. They hang out. They're like, oh shit, they're gonna go in the crease. They're gonna push the middle. Guess what's open? Point. Work
Yeah,
the other
people
point.
underestimate that shot.
Yeah, we have really good defensemen back there who have forward capabilities.
And when you work the point, it opens up the middle.
They
can
shoot
handle
low.
the puck back there, so that it opens it up. And then what does the winger do?
Cuts.
They either stay in the box or they spread out the D-man, right? So that opens the whole thing, and then our TOA goes up.
Yep.
If we kick it down low, everybody's fighting, they're poke checking, they're stick lifting, they're fighting for the puck just to get it out of the zone. And it just creates a whole pressure and a whole dynamic to the whole game.
Well, you guys don't do anything fancy. You guys simplify.
We
Yep.
play it simple, we hit the open man, we create space for each other, and that's it.
Like teams that I've played on, good teams in this league, they overdo things and they'll have like even the other night in Ottawa, we're a really good team, but we overthink it sometimes and just like we'll have 25 shots and we'll have like 2 goals because we're just shooting slappers on breakaways and stuff and not simplifying.
Well, I don't watch those games.
I'm just saying in general, any top team, like you can get yourself caught not getting woken up for a game and simplifying.
But what my brother and I, Professor and myself do well is we take what the defense gives us. If you're going to give us points, we're going to work points. If you're going to give us an inside, we're going to work the inside. So whatever you show us, we're going to exploit that over a 20-minute span, over 3 periods. So that's the biggest thing in this game is just who's the weak link on their team, how are we going to expose them, what are they showing, how do we exploit that?
And it helps when teams are out of
That's what we
position.
do.
Yeah, y'all's ability to take over a game, just you two, it's incredible.
It's read and react. Man. It's just that cute.
It's not even read and react, it's creating spacing for everybody else. Because if you get the puck and someone's gapped up on you, you can't do anything with it. But if you get the puck and you have gaps that are wider than 2 stick lengths, you can do something with it. So our job is to control the middle, control the DN, control the pace, get it to our wingers to where they have time and space to make a decision. We're not running quick cuts to where we're gapped up in the defense. So that's our whole philosophy on how we run San Jose, how we run our line is take what the defense gives us.
I'm gonna say for any goalie that plays these guys, get your tips on, get your deflection thing on, and tell your guys to tie up sticks.
Oh, soul preaches.
But that also
They don't understand what I mean when I say tie up sticks, though. A lot of people. It's crazy.
But that's if they go in the mindset of the game is, okay, we're a little outmatched here. Let's just shell up, be opportunistic.
You don't want to do that, though.
But why not?
Like, I don't think anybody should go in a game against you guys and just focus on tips, though. I think you guys should be like, you gotta have confidence if you guys want to beat you. If you guys want to, if somebody were to beat you guys, they have to. Everybody has to be flying. Like everybody has to be on the same page. Everybody has to be talking and partying. Of course it is. I'm not saying they're gonna be they're gonna walk you guys or you guys are gonna walk them. But if somebody's gonna have a good game against you, they're gonna have to have everybody paying attention. Like everybody's gonna have to be on the same page, and it's very rare in this league.
But on an average game in this league, if you go in to say, okay, we're gonna push the pace on them, we will control the pace.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. You can't go in and focus on one thing. You have to take it as it comes.
The hardest games we've had this season is when a team goes, okay, we're going to play defense, we're going to be opportunistic, we're going to score 1 or 2 maybe, and then just shut them down.
Yeah, it's going to be a transition.
Yes, exactly. We're going to sit the box, we're going to be patient, and we're going to strike at our opportune time.
That happened the other night to us in
That's our
Florida.
hardest time. Anyway, that's my thoughts on NHL in this league.
I think we're kind of done for this week. Went a little longer. How long have we been on for?
Almost
About an hour. I think we've been on for just about an hour now.
I do just I want to say like Marana and Duece, thank you guys for coming on. It's greatly appreciated. And I look forward to I look forward to embracing this journey that we're all about to go on for this cup, and I hope that we can accomplish it and get it.
No, I will make one thing is I do want to see the All-Star game happen. East 1, East 2, West 1, West 2.
Do we actually do it then, like next weekend?
I would love to see it if everyone wants to come on board.
Yeah, I'm with it too.
Maybe
I feel
that's
like everybody that we
something.
picked would be too.
That's something the league heads like Pepin. Maybe he could create a group chat with like West 1, West 2, East 1, East 2, and he could get them talking
I'll
or
probably end up doing it.
figuring that out.
You take initiative, man. You gotta just do it, and then I'll prove it. Because if we wait for them to do it, it's not happening.
We got that?
Oh shit, yeah. My bad.